Welcome back to Dark Souls. Last time, we finished exploring the demon ruins, and now it's time to return to Firelink Shrine to find out what our fate is. We rung the bells of awakening, but we didn't find out our fate. Maybe we'll find it out when we get to Firelink Shrine. Before we leave though, I'd like to talk to Einkeep.
Oh, hello. What is it that you need? Have you heard of Lost Quelana, an inhuman witch who wanders the poison swamp? Only no one has ever seen her, so who really knows? But what if she is another of the Quelag sisters? Our fair lady would be greatly comforted by her presence.
Lost Quelana. An inhuman witch who wanders the poison swamp, but no one's ever seen her. We've heard of Quelana before, but we saw her corpse with her cloak on it. She's supposed to be dead. The being of ceaseless discharge was watching over it. Where'd she go? How could there be rumors of her being in the poison swamp if she's supposed to be dead? What if she's another of the Quelag sisters? Well, that would be true. Quelana is, or was, a daughter of Chaos, sister to Quelag, and Quelag's sister, the Fair Lady. But alright, how am I gonna do this? Now we're gonna fight these enemies properly. Infest the barbarians with boulders. Backstab. The king. Take it. Dead. Do you see that? Over there in the distance. Yeah, there's someone there now. It's a person. We didn't see them before. Maybe we should examine it. And that's what we're gonna do. Welcome back to hell, or Blighttown. Welcome. It doesn't matter, they're the same thing. Alright. Let's get those mosquitoes out of here and cure poison. Well, they can't see us. Let's talk to you.
A mere undead, yet you can see me. Fascinating. I am Quelana of Izalith. I am not often revealed to walkers of flesh. You have a gift. Are you too one who seeks my pyromancy, like Salomon?
It is Quelana. You're supposed to be dead. How are you here? She finds it strange that we can see her. and we couldn't see her the first time we went through the swamp. That's because our pyromancy flame was not at a high enough level. That's why I leveled it up to level 10. That's what you need to be able to do to see Quaylon. So she asked if we seek her pyromancy too, like Salaman. Sure, pyromancy's great.
Yes, of course. It should be expected. Very well. You shall be my pupil, but to pursue my pyromancy, you must give something up. Are you prepared to do this?
Sure, I sure am. She sells a bunch of pyromancies, namely, I want to buy this one, Fire Orb. What else would I like to buy? Well, there's Great Combustion, which is better. I don't know if I should, though. It's cheap enough. I have souls, let's buy it. The rest we can wait for. But we can look at this. Undead Report. Advanced Pyromancy of Quaylon of Izalith. Charm undead and gain temporary allies. The living are lured by flame, and this relationship is part and parcel to the art of pyromancy. It can be used by either gender. The Undead Report. Maybe she's charming the enemies of the swamp. That's why they don't attack her. They can't even see her. That's why they gave up on me when we were standing where she was sitting. The Undead Report was repelling them from her. Oh, why are you here and not in Izalith? Let's also modify the flame. Nah.
Long ago, I accepted another pupil like yourself. Over 200 years ago, there was a man almost as bungling as you. In your world, he was called Salaman, the Master Pyromancer. The little rascal really made something of himself.
So we're not her first pupil. Salaman the Master Pyromancer. We've heard that name before. And it did call Quaylon of Izalith the godmother of pyromancy, so Quaylana left Izalith at some point. She came here. Salaman went looking for her, and she taught him pyromancies, and he shared pyromancy with humanity, with the Great Swamp. Little story on how humans got a hold of pyromancy. It all came from Quaylana. Great Fireball. Salaman the Master Pyromancer, also called the Great Fireball after this spell. Believed pyromancy was rooted in an adoration of fire. Those who acquire this spell usually agree. Firestorm. Primal pyromancy taught by Quaylana of Izalith. Erect fire pillars in vicinity. The storm of flame is indiscriminate and incinerates all nearby life. Firestorm. Fire whip. Primal pyromancy taught by Quaylana of Izalith. The root pyromancy of combustion, but much more difficult to wield. These are more refined pyromancies, unlike, say, Great Chaos Fireball. Let's talk to her again.
Pyromancy is the art of invoking and manipulating fire. But remember one thing. Always fear the flame, lest you be devoured by it and lose yourself. I would hate to see that happen again.
Again? Well, that would make sense. Don't try and control something you don't understand. But why would she say that? She's seen it before, apparently.
No luck, Well, young pupil, you must have patience, but do not keep me waiting much longer.
But, in case you're wondering why she warns you to fear the flame, let's read this again. Great Chaos Fireball. Art of the Flame of Chaos, which Ceaseless Discharge was watching over in the ruins of Izalith, which engulfed the Witch of Izalith and her daughters. Engulfed them. That's why we have to fear the flame, so we don't get burned, like the Witch of Izalith did. But she didn't get burned. She looks relatively normal. There must be a reason. Goodbye, Quaylana. We won't see her again for a while. So, now it's time to get out of this hellhole. I've been poisoned again. Ugh. Poison. Finally, we're getting out of here. Goodbye forever, Blighttown. Or goodbye for a while, at least. Is that a... Huh. This wheel is run by a dog. Working the wheel. That's a nice little detail. Pretty cool. No! Leave me alone. Well, from this trip to Blighttown and the Demon Ruins, we learned a lot about the Witch of Izalith. How there was a flame of chaos, and how it engulfed her, and Quelaag, and the Fair Lady. Again, it's strange to me how Quaylana wasn't affected. Maybe she left before this happened. And I'm guessing Ceaseless Discharge is also affected by it. Maybe that's where the demons came from too. Anyway, now we have to go through here again. I'm sure this place is very familiar. Burn. Got him. Damn it. I always get ganked by these two. Always. Oh. Oh no, I'm getting slammed. Whoa. We can just run past them. Ha! Invincibility frame. Just this last enemy. Get it, keeping us in Blighttown. Oh, I got slammed. You must die. Did it. Got this item. Another dung pie. We won't be needing them anymore. We already made it. We're back in the Valley of Drakes, and we'll soon be in New Londo. Here we are. Back in New Londo. Now we know the truth of what happened here. New Londo was flooded, and they're mourning the deaths of millions. Apparently it was sacrificed to contain the Dark Wraiths and their 4 kings who fell to dark. It's a mess. We can't resolve this for now, so we'll just have to continue with our mission. Let's bring the lift here. I think I want to turn off the HUD. Daylight. It's a miracle. Back in Firelink Shrine. Now let's find out what happened. Now let's find out what our fate is. Let's check back to Crestfallen and see what happened. Lautrec is gone, just like he said he would. Just like he said he would be. Makes sense. He left. He has something to do up above. Firekeeper is absent. Cannot light bonfire. What? Cannot light bonfire? But the Firekeeper can't leave. She's in her cage. Dingy set. The blood-stained skirt. And the black eye orb. Dead. Just dead. She's dead. How is she dead? She can't be dead. Either way, let's read up on the Dingy set. It looks like a dark version of the set that Rhea of Thurland was wearing, the Maiden set. Worn by the Firekeeper at Firelink Shrine. It is thought to have once been the white robe of a maiden, but smoke and ashes from bonfires have darkened it over the years. Another strange thing is that there's no Firekeeper soul. It's gone. It was taken. This blood-stained skirt worn by the Firekeeper at Firelink Shrine. It is thought to have been once the white skirt of a maiden, but its true origin is lost in patches of blood. Perhaps its former wearer was maimed to prevent escape? Possibly. Even though there's a cage, they probably mangled her. They already cut out her tongue. And the black eye orb, I don't want to discuss what that is at the moment. Anyway, let's report to Crestfallen. We rung the bells. We've done it. Congratulate me.
Did you ring the second bell? That is incredible, I must say. But now we have a new problem. It's noisy, it snores, and its breath is lethal. This is no laughing matter, I tell you.
Something that's noisy and snores? Well, we heard something snore before. By the way, that little green patch right there, that's Blighttown. And there's that giant tree that we saw in the swamp, all the way right there. No laughing matter. Let's talk to Laurentius too. We found something for you.
Oh, hello there. You've been a stranger these days.
Why? What spectacular pyromancy? Tell me about it.
I have never seen anything like it.
Spectacular pyromancy. Well, that's what he was looking for. He'll only say this if you bought pyromancies from Quelana. So, she's part of his quest. Let's tell him where we got them. We got them from the original pyromancer, back in Blighttown.
Why, yes, of course. Thank you for sharing. I'm still an able pyromancer. I shall locate her myself. I mean, you're dead, once again.
I wonder if Salaman the Master Pyromancer ever told anyone about Quelana. Probably not. Iron Flesh. Let's just buy it. It's the last... because it's the last thing he has for sale, and... Laurentius is gonna leave. He's gonna go down to Blighttown. That's what he was here to do in the first place, seeking a godmother of pyromancy. Now he's gonna look for her.
Goodbye then. Come back if you find anything new. Thank you for sharing. I'm still an able pyromancer. I shall locate her myself. I mean, you're dead, once again. Goodbye then. Be safe, friend. Don't you dare go hollow.
You too. I wish you safe travels. Now... here we are. The pit is open, revealing this. It was snoring below Firelink Shrine. The bells of awakening have awakened it. Maybe let's look closer.
Ah, hello. Was it you who rang the bell of awakening? I am the primordial serpent, King Seeker Framt, close friend of the great Lord Gwyn, chosen undead, who has rung the bell of awakening. I wish to elucidate your fate. Do you seek such enlightenment?
Our fate? That's what we were looking for. King Seeker Framt, a friend of Gwyn? And he's a primordial serpent. Well, I can see he's a serpent. With a weird mustache and teeth. Friend of Gwyn. We can trust him. He wants to tell us our fate. Sure. Tell us, please.
Very well. Then I am pleased to share. Chosen undead, your fate is to succeed the great Lord Gwyn, so that you may link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead. To this end, you must visit Anor Londo and acquire the Lord Vessel.
That's our fate. To succeed Lord Gwyn, and as Framp says, link the fire. We don't know what linking the fire is. We don't know what that means or anything. But what he does say is that it'll cast away the dark, which is a good enough reason. From what we heard of the Four Kings, it sounds like the dark is something bad. But something interesting. He says that it'll undo the curse of the undead for everyone. To link the fire, as he says. Sure, we'll do it. To link the fire, we'll have to visit the city of Gwyn, Anor Londo, up above, and acquire the Lord Vessel. We're gonna do that. Now that Sen's Fortress is open, we have a path to Anor Londo.
I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent?
Yes, I think I should also explain what Framp does while he is in the shrine. We can feed him items. It even has a unique little icon of him opening his mouth. We can sell him some things. Some things are more valuable than others. For example, this. If we sell him this Soul of a Lost Undead, it'll offer more than us consuming it. He ate it. We can also sell the boss souls and humanities and this copper coin. Coin made of copper. Its face shows Old Man McCloy, god of medicine and drink. Even coins of great value in the world of men have little value in the Lord's realm, where the accepted currency is souls. Those who dream of returning to the outside world are fond of carrying these around. Yeah, we know that money doesn't actually work here in the Lord's realm. Souls we need. Old Man McCloy, a god of drink. This is just something to be sold. There is no other use for it. I don't know what else I'd like to give him. Can't give keys or spells or weapons. We can give him the Dragon King Great Axe, that gives 5,000, but that's it. Other than that, nothing. Absolutely nothing of worth here. We're better off keeping our things. You can also convert bits of Titanite into pieces of smaller Titanite. For example, turning a large Titanite shard into 5 regular Titanite shards. Why would I do this? I have no clue. I don't think I'd ever do this. This sounds stupid. So we're not gonna do it.
Those who seek the realm of lords must brave Sen's fortress, a deadly house of traps. Many have gone before you, but none have returned. Fate has chosen you, but proceed with caution.
Alright, I understand, Framp. Now we have a true goal. To reach Sen's fortress, and then Anor Londo, to obtain the Lord Vessel. So we can link the fire and undo the curse of the undead. That's a good idea. Goodbye, Framp.
Farewell, chosen undead. I remain here and await thee.
I await you too. Well, we know an easy path to Sen's Fortress, past you. The only route leading to the Great Anor Londo, City of the Gods, where the Bell Gargoyles came from. This was obviously a test. We woke up Kingseeker Friend, a friend of Twin. Oh, that scared me for some reason. I should probably turn that HUD back off on. Here we are. Just go through the old church. And now that the gates are open, I can guess that Siegmeyer finally can move on. Right. Next time on Dark Souls, we head towards Sen's Fortress, the deadly house of traps, to see what awaits us there. See you guys then.